And when you do stuff like that, and you're drawing attention to yourself because of that, that can be problematic for you, especially when the comparison is going to be drawn to Caitlin Clark, who isn't doing such things.
They don't have ass like me.
She's doing all this.
Angel Reese on Wildin' Out.
I've seen Angel Reese wilding out. I don't know if I've seen her on wilding out. Angel Reese won't sit her fucking ass down.
After Reese releases a stunning new video that has fans in utter awe, Stephen A. Smith loses it all. What's the commotion about? Let's find out.
The backlash. Clearly, it's something that a lot of people can't take. So if it's something that you can't take, maybe you shouldn't expose yourself.
Angel Reese has a history of creating waves on and off the basketball court, but her most recent viral moment has sparked heated discussion on social media. The LSU star, who has always drawn attention due to her outstanding talent and larger-than-life demeanor, uploaded a video of herself dancing on Instagram.
For sure, and two things is for certain, especially in the social media era, is that every single thing that you do contributes to whatever it is that you're going to benefit off of or fall back from. And I'm talking about all of your image. It's not just what you do on the court, it's what you do off the court.
Although some might have anticipated that Reese would continue to concentrate on her basketball career, this humorous moment has rekindled the discussion about her public persona and the ways in which she chooses to express herself. The video swiftly went viral, with fans, critics, and media outlets commenting on the surprising content.
This morning, she says that she's disappointed in us.
She's
hard.
Don't listen. She can't do nothing play basketball. Angel Reese might well just start setting. I be looking at the way she dressed. She don't want to play basketball. She want to.
Nevertheless, Reese has long been recognized for her audacity, and this video seemed to capture her fearless demeanor both on and off the court. She has established a reputation for herself with her fiery, unapologetic style of basketball and her readiness to stand out in the constantly changing women's sports scene.
Angel Reese is like the only WNBA player I see who like flaunts her femininity and sexuality like that. I don't see a lot of other WNBA players doing that at all.
Whether it was her well-known "you're too small" joke or her witty remarks in interviews, Reese has never shied away from the limelight, and the dancing video was just another instance of how she welcomes the attention for both her personality and her athletic prowess.
Not kidding you. This happened, it was put on a video, and then it was released. Somewhere Charleston White is smiling his ass off. She's never beaten these allegations at this point, okay? She's not. I mean, do you care about basketball at all? I mean, we have to start asking that question.
However, the video also caused controversy because many fans pointed to it as an example of behavior that didn't fit the image that some people think she should maintain. Critics countered that, as a well-known athlete with the ability to take women's sports to new heights, Reese likely saw this as just another way to assert her individuality. As a young woman in a world where athletes are frequently expected to fit into predetermined boxes, whether it's through her game-winning performances or her viral moment like this dance video, she refuses to conform to anyone's expectations but her own. In an era where personal branding is crucial, Reese knows how to keep her name in the conversation whether or not people love her.
Angel Reese will walk around in booty shorts and jump up on stage with stuff that's salacious or do all the little TikTok dances and stuff like that. To be honest with you, I believe that Angel Reese don't really care about basketball. She's just using basketball as a way to kick in the door to ultimately make herself a social media or pop culture.
Critics like Stephen A. Smith and several women's basketball fans feel that teaching the unmatched girls to dance takes away from her focus on the game because it displays her humorous and charismatic side. They contend that such situations invite the exact backlash. Angel has publicly opposed, raising concerns among many about whether she is consciously fanning the flames or is just speaking the truth. What do we call this? Is Angel Reese redefining what it means to be a sports star in the modern era, Or is she blurring the lines between personal freedom and professional responsibility? Angel, however, is adamant that she can balance both worlds, dominating the court and being a relatable young woman enjoying her life. She's made it clear that she doesn't do these skits to provoke, but rather to inspire confidence and authenticity in her fans.
Is a hell of a lot better than Angel Reese.
While Caitlin Clark, her peer and competition, concentrates on improving her skill, recuperating, and getting ready for a promising WNBA season with the Indiana Fever, Angel Reese's unwarranted attention is aggravating many basketball fans who feel she's wasting her potential. Despite her amazing talent, Angel has made waves for yet another viral moment, this time teaching the young ladies how to dance. Reese is frequently chastised for being viral for non-basketball related reasons, and both basketball fans and analysts have voiced unhappiness with her priorities. Fever fans and critics have compared the two athletes, with Caitlin Clark emerging as a shining example of discipline and dedication who spends her off-season honing her craft and avoiding controversy. Clark's strategy, they argue, makes her a better player and role model.
Women's basketball right now. It all started from the national championship game, and I've been dealing with this for 2 years now. And understanding, like, yeah, negative things have probably been said about me, but honestly, I'll take that because look where women's basketball is. People are talking about women's basketball that you never would think that we'd be talking about women's basketball. People are pulling up to games. We got celebrities coming to games, sold out arenas, like, just because of one single game. And just looking at that, like, I'll take that role. I'll take the bad guy role, and I'll continue to take that on and be that for my teammates. And if I want to be that, and I know I'll go down in history, I'll look back in 20 years and be like, yeah, the reason why we watching women's basketball is not just because of one person. It's because of me, too, and I want y'all to realize that. Like,
Reese deactivated her Instagram on New Year's Day after receiving a ton of backlash. However, it was reactivated on January 8th. And many people think this was because of the negative comments she received from these posts after her controversial moments last year, when she made headlines for her fiery on-court persona, including the much-discussed "you're too small" gesture towards Caitlin Clark. Fans were eager to see how Reese would continue to craft her image by taking a break from social media. Many thought this was a calculated move to return the focus to her game, but rather than withdrawing into silence, she made an even bigger splash by showcasing a different side of herself that combines confidence, charisma, and a flair for drama.
Media or me?
As you see it.
I feel like I'm the best player in the country.
Okay, who's the second best player in the country?
In a world where athletes are frequently constrained by strict expectations of behavior, Reese's viral dance video was more than simply a pleasant song or her elegant steps. It was a statement. Reese has consistently bucked norms. Her comeback to social media and a viral stunt that was equal parts humorous and defiant solidify her status as a cultural icon and a dominant figure in college basketball. She is more than just an athlete. She is a brand and a personality that draws attention both on and off the court.
Whereas with Angel Reese, sometimes you find yourself scratching out your head and wondering what the hell she's doing. Like that photo right there. Listen, I see the way you walk in the game. Just listen. She's a beautiful young lady. And there's a lot of beautiful young ladies in the WNBA. But when you do that, you can't come down the line and complain about being objectified later on. It's not going to work with people. Whether it's right or wrong, it's not going to work.
Reese's ability to control the narrative is demonstrated by the dance, which was shared with millions of followers. After a brief hiatus, she shows off her playful side, reminding everyone that she is a multifaceted person who is not only defined by the demands of sports stardom. As Ree prepares for the next phase of her basketball career, this viral moment serves as a crucial reminder of her impact outside of the game. The stunt is a declaration that she can be fierce on the court and fun-loving off it.
I mean, I'm just trying to be honest with you. I mean, this gal right here is actually got... But what you got going on there, Angel? Okay, well, there was a lot of response to this. Let's put it that way. All right, this video got released, and as you can imagine, it was destruction. That's all I gotta say.
The rivalry between Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese is still one of the most talked about plot points in college basketball, and even after several months, the comparisons between these two incredible athletes are still going strong. From their fierce on-court matches to their widely reported off-court incidents, the two stars have continuously been in the spotlight for their skills and personalities, but for some fans, the discussion has turned into a heated argument about who is actually the better player, which frequently veers into questions of behavior, public perception, and how they manage the pressure of being the center of attention.
Made some comments about Angel Reese.
Yeah.
You called her garbage compared to Caitlin Clark.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Many supporters still maintain that Caitlin Clark is the best player, frequently claiming that she is superior not only by a narrow margin, but by a significant margin. This contrast between Clark's seemingly flawless behavior and Reese's frequently confrontational persona feeds the belief that Clark is simply more deserving of praise as the better player. Clark led Iowa to national prominence with her incredible scoring ability, deep range, and unmatched leadership on the court. Her poise both on and off the court has earned her the admiration of many, and her ability to stay above the fray without controversy has positioned her as a role model for younger fans of the sport.
When she ultimately graduated to the pros, she brought up all of these things, which means she was aware of it. And if you're aware of it, you have to understand that that's going to be part of the judgment that comes against you, fair or unfair.
Although Clark is praised for her devotion to basketball and her pursuit of excellence, Reese's fiery, self-assured attitude has garnered a different kind of attention. The LSU star has made headlines for her on-court exploits, as well as for her frequently daring and occasionally contentious moments that keep fans talking. Her refusal to hold back from expressing herself, whether through her emotional celebrations or viral stunts, has made her a divisive figure. Some adore her bravado, viewing it as a novel interpretation of what it means to be a female athlete. Others, however, criticize her for what they perceive to be a lack of professionalism and etiquette.
They went just as hard for Angel. They went just as hard for Angel Reese as they do for Caitlin Clark. When Angel Reese was getting backlash for being outlandish and a female how she is,
Angel Reese got the same thing.
You got Shaq. And everybody that was...
Stephen A. Smith, an outspoken ESPN personality and ardent supporter of Angel Reese Smith, who has regularly stood up for Reese against her detractors, recently offered the LSU star some advice that struck a chord with both her supporters and her detractors in his frank commentary, marking one of the most recent chapters in this ongoing story. Smith advised Reese to concentrate more on her game and less on the social media spotlight's diversions, arguing that the attention she receives from antics or contentious events may eventually damage her legacy. Smith claims that although Reese has a lot of talent and the ability to be among the best, her career might be derailed and she wouldn't be able to realize her full potential if she keeps being sucked into viral events and fan backlash.
I think you're being a little bit too PC. Let's call it what it is. I am not trying to say that she should be criticized or she is wrong. What I'm saying is by pulling it down, clearly you felt there was something wrong with it. Now, yes, you are 22. Yes, you are young. And there's a lot of things that we didn't want people to know about when we were her age. Fair enough, especially me, okay? Because I'm 30 plus years removed from that age. I got that part. There was no social media then or whatever. But here's my point to you. She knows this social media. She is not dumb. She's quite a brilliant young lady. She's very smart, very accomplished. And on top of it all, she is in this age where she does know social media exists. And she has exploited it to her advantage. And so when you take that into consideration, that means you're mindful of the imagery and the perception that you're assisting in creating about yourself.
For someone like Smith, who has a history of defending athletes when the spotlight gets too bright, Smith's advice to Reese seemed to carry a tone of concern for her future. His perspective was based on the idea that Reese should rise above the noise and let her talent speak for itself. He also pointed out that athletes are frequently judged not only for their performance on the court, but also for their off-court behavior, and as a rising star, Reese would need to carefully balance her swagger with the demands of professionalism. However, it is evident that Reese has no intention of changing who she is, even in spite of Smith's well-meaning advice. The viral dance routine that sparked discussions about her personality and got fans talking was a clear indication that she is at ease with her brand, which combines unreserved talent with unapologetic self-expression. Reese responded to the attention by embracing it. Reese's success may be attributed to her ability to use controversy as a potent self-promotion tool that keeps her in the spotlight. She is a loud, brash, and shameless individual. The core of the continuous contrast between Clark and Rhee is the fundamental difference in their public personas and gaming approaches. In the end, this rivalry is about more than just who is the better player. It's about what kind of role model each athlete represents for Clark, the ideal of quiet, consistent performance. Clark's cool and collected manner may appeal to those who value a more traditional approach to stardom, while Reese's boldness and willingness to embrace the chaotic nature of fame appeal to fans who admire authenticity and individuality. The argument between the two may never be resolved, but for Reese, the message is one of empowerment, freedom of speech, and a refusal to be constrained by anyone's expectations. Excellence is the gold standard. Both are obviously influencing women's basketball in different ways going forward. If you liked it, please give a like. Additionally, subscribe to see more videos immediately.